Yo, wagwan everyone, Sanju Chia here. So, see, you know, I this no. What people, yo, when people said, yo, what would Naruto be without the Nine Tails? See, you know, the karma is here. Maybe about 10 to 15 years later than expected, but it is what it is. We're actually in a situation where Naruto no longer has Kurama. Welcome everyone, Sanju Uchiha here, your host, because obviously there's nobody else. But welcome back to the channel. Of course, if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button. At least if you enjoy a bit of the madness that I'll be saying in this video here. Of course, returning subscribers, shout out to Wagwan, heal up, big up, respect. So yeah, but yo, welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope everyone had a great day. Of course, it is Thursday night and it's looking pretty calm in terms of weather, but of course, the video topic must go on. So, Naruto without the Nine Tails. And of course, it's pretty obvious. Spoilers! Hey! So, yeah. So, anime onlys. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, Naruto without the Nine Tails, right? As of Boruto Manga chapter 55, of course, we know that Naruto no longer has Kurama. Kurama has officially died as a result of the recent battle against Ishiki Otsutsuki via the use of Baryon Mode. And honestly, as I said, a lot of the days when persons would say, yo, Naruto's better, no, Sasuke is better, Naruto is now officially without the Nine Tails. And the question I would imagine, how is Naruto going to function as a fighter going forward? So that's what we're here to discuss. Now, in a nutshell, or cutting straight to the point, I will say, provided that Kishimoto doesn't abuse the fact that he no longer has the Nine Tails and there's no damage to his chakra system, I'm getting a message here, then Naruto, in a nutshell, is still in a class of his own. He's still at least top 3, at least top 5, still in the top 5 strongest shinobi, given all that's on the table for him in his, essentially his sandbox, if I, for lack of a better term. So let's go over all that's there and just kind of explore the character that's Naruto Uzumaki without the Nine Tails. So first off, without Kurama, let's analyze what is Naruto losing, right? Of course, we're losing QB Chakra mode, TL Beast mode, the increase in stats that those modes give, speed, strength, endurance. We're losing his healing factor, naturally. Of course, no more TL Beast Bomb or anything like that. And of course that, well, he can still transfer his chakra to other persons, but in terms of that healing, that asset on the battlefield that he had in the Fourth Grade Ninja War, when he could like heal and power up a bunch of persons, it's not gonna be to that degree anymore. Naturally, that's basically it in a nutshell without Kurama, which is still a pretty sizable, you know, nerf when you all things considered. But that said, we still have a decent amount of things in the sandbox. First of all, the trusty Sage mode. No, if I'm being honest, I'm one of the Naruto fans that feel like Sage mode did not get enough love in the original Naruto series, if I'm being honest. From the fight with Pain until, you know, the Fourth Grade Ninja War, I was one of those person that felt like QB Chakra mode like just overshadowed Sage mode, and Sage mode didn't get enough shine. You know, you remember the time when he was up against Pain, you know, punch, I forgot the name of the path that can absorb chakra and ninjutsu, but you know, when he punched and then it's like, yo, dodge, still get hit by natural energy, and you know, it's stuff like that I would want to see more in terms of fights involving Naruto. Now, him using his regular Sage mode, you know, absorbing natural energy. Of course, one thing I forgot, without Kurama, you can't absorb it as fast, but it is what it is. But you know, just incorporating that Sage mode fighting style even more, make it more prominent when it comes on to Naruto's abilities, because you know, all things considered, even without Kurama, the use of Sage mode still puts Naruto in a decent category. Probably not by himself, given that a lot of the other, especially the other Kages, have gotten stronger over the years. But it's still a pretty useful ability slash transformation that he can utilize in battle, if you ask me. I mean, the fact that you can actually attack with natural energy, your taijutsu is almost in a class of its own, I would say. So, and I don't know how many persons would be able to like perceive that if you don't have like some special eye technique. So there's that. And honestly, I think it could still be of use. Of course, the sensory, the stat boosts are given, but I think in terms of like a fight and choreography, Sage mode can still put Naruto in a decent in a decent corner in terms of performance. So there's that. Of course, the peak of what Naruto would be able to do now is going to be shared or split between 6-path Sage Mode and the remaining chakra of the Tail Beast that we feel, well, we're assuming is still there. I don't think he would have lost all the chakra, even though Kurama is gone, because, well, that's yet to be seen. But given, if that is still the case and still has the chakra of the other Tail Beast plus 6-path Sage Mode, then honestly he's still easily top 3, top 4. At worst, he might be the 5th strongest, worst case scenario, and I wouldn't even put him at number 5. But yeah, so of course with 6-path Sage Mode he should still have the ability, he should get a bigger stat boost than regular Sage Mode, he should still have the ability to fly, he should still have the ability to, that universal instinctive comprehension of chakra, which should allow him to use all different chakra niches. And did I say fly already? Yeah, I did. And of course, I would imagine if he can get creative enough, he could probably create some more, or some new Gudodama, some more truth-seeking orbs, potentially speaking. That in conjunction with the unique chakra natures and abilities of the the remaining 8 Tail Beasts, then it's good. From Boiled Release, which is similar to Kaioken, he can raise his chakra levels to ridiculous amounts. To Magnet Release, he can still seal, and we did see him use Magma Release in his fight against Delta. So all things considered, Naruto is still ridiculous, and probably still broken when you really think about it. So these are a lot of things that need to be considered going forward when it comes on to handling the fights with Naruto, if you ask me. Because honestly, if there's alright, just for argument's sake, there are a lot of times I feel where we as fans will say that, X character is able to do this based on how, power scaling and thing, and then probably the author will flip all of that on its head and do something in complete contradiction to what he's built up. Or maybe, in a nutshell, like I'm saying here now, maybe Kishimoto will abuse the fact that he doesn't have Kurama or something of the line of the sort. But if it's a case that, yeah, he's definitely going to be a-okay chakra system wise, Kishimoto won't abuse the fact that he's lost the 9 tails and he still has all the abilities that I've said thus far, then honestly Kishimoto has a pretty big sandbox of abilities to actually push forward with Naruto going forward, if I'm being quite honest. Now, I know it's a case when it comes on to the Boruto manga, especially, that utilizing the sandbox of abilities that characters have hasn't been its strong suit. So there's a good chance we might not see a lot of the things that I'm saying here in terms of what Naruto can still do, put into action. But I am hoping and praying that Kishimoto does make use of all the remaining things that Naruto can do. And honestly, when you stack those abilities on top of his base right now, honestly, in his base, Naruto is still pretty still ridiculously powerful, because just for comparison's sake, right? Remember when he couldn't throw a Rasen Shuriken and then he needed Sage Mode to throw a Rasen Shuriken, and you could throw it in, QB Chakra mode, Tail Beast mode, all of that. Remember in the last Naruto movie, if it's anything to go by, he could now throw a Rasen Shuriken in his base 2 years after the war, right? Now, take that into consideration and add 14 more years on top of that. All this training and missions that he went on up until he became Hokage. If they are anything to go by, then Naruto in his base is still pretty powerful. So what I'm saying, in comparison to the other Kage, essentially, Naruto isn't going to be like any slouch, provided that Kishimoto doesn't abuse the hell out of the fact that he's lost Kurama, is all I'm saying here. So yeah. So there I wouldn't say there's not anything to worry about, but I think it gives rise to an opportunity for Kishimoto to really push forward and bring forth a lot of the things in Naruto's arsenal that hasn't really taken center stage. It's an opportunity to make Naruto much more, he's already a creative and, kinda on the ball, surprising, the number one knuckleheaded ninja. We know how the title, So it gives rise to an opportunity to introduce more creativity from Naruto from a combat standpoint as a character is all I'm saying, even though he's lost Kurama. Because now, I'm sure, as Kurama says in chapter 55, you're not superhuman anymore, and with no healing factor, he's going to have to really push forward and get some innovations with the abilities that he currently has. So there's that. So who knows, as I said as well, if anything, even with 6-path Sage Mode, we might see the return of the truth-seeking orbs. Maybe he can make some more. Who knows? But if Kishi plays his cards right, Naruto's in good hands. But even with all of that considered, I must say the opposite side of this argument is that Naruto at the end of the day is still being slowly phased out of the story in the sense of pushing Boruto as the main character. So there's a good chance, even though I'm saying all of these nice, wonderful things about Naruto's sandbox of abilities, that Kishimoto might just use the fact that he's pushing Boruto now to probably not really push all of those abilities with Naruto when it comes on to combat going forward. So yeah, so it's going to be a 50-50 situation, or at least it's going to be very interesting to see how Kishimoto handles him going forward, is all I'm saying. So, but at the end of the day, objectively speaking, if there's nothing wrong with Naruto, he's still pretty broken, if I'm being quite honest. So yeah, but anyway, let me know what you guys think and your expectations for Naruto when it comes on to combat going forward. Do you think Kishimoto is going to nerf him to high hell and just abuse the fact that he doesn't have Kurama anymore? Or do you think Kishimoto will push forward with some amazing creativity and choreography when it comes on to utilizing Naruto's remaining set of abilities? Because I'm hoping that's going to be the case, so that Naruto can still play a somewhat prominent role in the story when it comes on to combat. And yeah, let's see how it goes. But anyway, Sanjo Chia here. Let me know if you enjoyed anything I had to say in this little whole, I guess it's a pretty chillaxing discussion, nothing too crazy on my part. But yeah. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Well, kind of repeating myself here. But anyway, yo, me soon on the next one, yeah, man. Tomorrow.